Hey everybody, it's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at a game called Rolling Realms. Rolling Realms is the newest game from Stonemaier Games. It's a roll and write. Plays 1 to 6 players, 14 plus, 30 minutes, which is probably right. Or if you're playing solo, you can play as long as you want because you're playing through a lot of different cards, which we'll show you later. Effectively, what you're doing in this is you are playing through different realms that are going to represent a different board game that Stonemeier's put out. So there's a Tapestry realm, there's a Scythe realm, My Little Scythe realm. All the games that they put out, there's a realm for that. And the way that works is you're going to be rolling these 2 dice, and you're going to be writing one number down on different cards. So there's always 3 cards available. You'll roll 2 dice. You're going to write one of the numbers down on one card, one down on the other card. What you're trying to do is you're trying to get a possible 6 stars on each of the cards. You're trying to end the end of 3 rounds with the most stars. So that's the gist of it. Let's go on the table. Check it out. All right, so here's a game of Rolling Realms, all set up for a solo game. And a solo game is going to function essentially the same way as a multiplayer game, but you're going to be using these extra cards here. You're going to be playing mini golf, and each hole is going to tell you which realms you're going to be using, which are these. They're going to have any additional rules that you have and what you need to do to beat the score on easy and hard. There's also the scorecard that you can fill out if you want to. I just wanted to show it to you. I'm not going to fill it out. I just want to show you that it's there. You're going to play through 18 holes of golf. All right, and let's go ahead and get started. So on hole number 1, early birdie, we are going to be using Charterstone, Tapestry, and Scythe realms. And we're only going to be rolling 7 times instead of 9. So we'll cross these out. And then we're trying to score at least 8 stars. All right. So the way this game works is we're going to roll the dice however many times you have here. Each block is a die roll. So if I rolled a 3 and a 4, I'd write a 3 and a 4 there. That kind of thing. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll. I have 2 1s. So the first thing I do is I do 1, 1. So I remember the rolls. That's just all that's for. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use each of those dice on a different card. So I could do a 1 here, here, or here for 1 die, and then I could use a 1 on the 2 other ones, one of the 2 other ones that I didn't use the previous 1 on. There's also some abilities down here. When you collect resources, you can cross off the resources to be able to use some of these abilities. Can't do that on the first turn because I don't have anything. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have 2 1s. I think I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here, cross off a 1. The way Charterstone works is you're going to cross off the top number, which gives me a pumpkin. And then I'm going to write the bottom number down on the bottom. It doesn't use it. It's just holding it. Okay? And I'll explain how that fires off in a little bit. For the other 2, I'm going to use a shape to fill in one of these shapes, the number to fill in one of these shapes. So a 1 is 1 block. I'm trying to collect stars by filling in both of these columns here. The whole row or column will get me a star, a possible 6 stars. And over here, I'm trying to use to fill in the top to earn resources. And then I'm also trying to spend resources to be able to fill in the bottom number as well. Or I can just do the bottom number, whatever. But I get a star for every pair that I can do. So for the second one, I'm going to do a single 1. And I'll do a 1 right here. Like that. All right. So that's roll number 1. Uneventful. Roll number 2. 2 and 4. I can't write very well sideways. 2 and 4. So let's see. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the 2 here. So this will cross this one off. That'll give me a heart. And then I'm also going to cross this off because it cost me a pumpkin and I have a pumpkin. So I will cross that pumpkin off. And now, because I have a pair, I have 1 star. All right. So I use the 2. And I have the 4 left. Let's see. I'm going to do the 4 here. The 4 is this shape. And I filled in this entire square, so I get a pumpkin. If you fill in an entire column or row, you get a star. That's what the ultimate goal is there. Okay? The way you earn stars over here is you can either take a number and cross off the top and put the other number at the bottom, or you can take the number in the bottom, and for every number you have down there of that number, you can get a star. So that's roll number 2. Roll number 3. Another 2 and a 4. Okay. So let's see. Let's do a 4. So I'll do a 4 here. That'll give me a coin. And then I will spend my last pumpkin and I'll cross this off. That gives me another star. All right, that's the 4. I have the 2 left. I'll do the 2 right here. And that will finish the coin. So I get another coin. All right, so the powers that we have on the resources is for 2 coins, I can, if the total's up to 7, I can use a value of one of those dice on the realm that I didn't use. Or I can erase amount of coins and get a die in that value, so 1 to 6, to place on the 3rd realm. I don't want to do any of that yet, so I'm just not going to. So then we have, come on. All right, 2 and 6. I was like, I don't want 2 and 4 again, come on. You wouldn't do that, I just want to show you some different stuff. All right, so we have a 6, which is a pumpkin. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna go here, use the 6 here, which gives me a pumpkin. And then I'm gonna spend a heart and use this 3, and that'll give me another star. So that's a 6. Now I have a 2. Let's do the 2 here. Give me a pumpkin. And I'll put a 6 down here. All right, that's roll number 4. Roll number 5. 2, 3. All right, so I'm gonna go here, use the 3, get a pumpkin, and then I can also cross this off, spin a coin. So that's another star. I'm doing pretty good in the side of the realm. So that's the 3. All right, and then I have the 2 left again. So let's do a 2 here, and I'll put the 2 shape right here. All right, done. 3, 6. All right, I'm gonna spend 2 pumpkins and I'm gonna decrease a pip by 1. I'm gonna make this a 5. So this is now a 5. And I'm gonna spend this, so that'll give me a heart. And then I'm gonna spend my last coin and I'll take this 4 and that gives me another star. So I did that. Now I have a 3 left. Let's do this right here. So this will do this will fill in this column here, which will give me a heart. And I have this whole column full, which gives me a star. All right, do I want to use any other special abilities? I only have, nope, I can't do anything. 2 hearts. If the rolled dice are a pair, nope, they're not a pair. Okay, last roll for hole 1. Dang, man, 2 and 3. Ridiculous. All right, so I will do a 3 here. Fill in this pumpkin space, which will give me a pumpkin. Now I have 2 pumpkins. And I could use that pumpkin to decrease the pip value. The 2 pumpkins, this is going to make this 2 a 1. Use this here, which gives me a coin. Which I can do this, get rid of a heart, my last heart, or a heart. And I now have all the stars here. All right. And that is the end of the round. Then what you're going to do is you're going to count up the stars. So I have 5 stars here. I have 1 star here because I only filled out 1. And I scored no stars here. So I have a 6-star round, which is not good. You'd normally write it on here, but I haven't printed any more out, so I'm not going to do that. And I was shooting for 8, so I did not do very well on that one. And that's the end of hole 1. So then if you wanted to keep playing, you go to hole 2, which tells you the realms. So you would need between 2 cities, pendulum, and euphoria. So let's do another round. Between 2 cities, pendulum, and euphoria. All right, there we go. So then you're going to erase all of these. keep your points written down somewhere if you're not using that thing or the scorecard. Okay, then we're going to look at the new round rules, and the new round rules are: no rule changes, score at least 12 stars, and gain at least 18 resources. Okay, so I need 12 stars across 18 possible stars. All right, so let's roll it. I'll explain what happens. So we have a 1 and a 4. 1, 4. All right, so the way these work, you're going to fill in a number here, anywhere on here. Every number adjacent to it has to be a different value. When you get a column or a row filled in, you're going to get the goods of that column or row. This one is going to, I'm actually going to put it in the middle. This one is going to score stars equal to the lowest score of the other two realms. So I'm trying to keep these two realms kind of close, so this one gets a lot of points. Kind of like between two cities or between two castles, same kind of scoring. You're working with your neighbor, lowest score wins. That's how that one functions. Euphoria, you're filling in a number on one of these two grids here. Whatever number you cover up, you're going to look at the total and you're going to get the reward of what's here. So if you can get 4 to 10, you're going to collect stars. So you're trying to make that work out so you can get 3 stars on each of them. Then over here, you're going to use a die to either fill in one of these octagons, or you're going to fill in a die, put a value of the die that's shown on the hourglass in the hourglass. When the hourglass is full, you're going to score all the rewards that you have outlined. So if you have both the stars and all this stuff outlined, you're going to get a pile of stuff. But the only way to score stars is to have them outlined before you fill up the hourglass. All right, so we have 1 and 4. So let's do this. Star. I'm just going to circle it because it's easier. That's the 4. Then for the 1, I want to go over here. Do that, and that will give me a coin. All right, so that's roll number 1. Roll number 2. 2 and 6. All right, let's do, I'll do a 6 here. And I will do a 2 here. That'll give me another coin. For 2 coins, I can, if the result is a 7, it's not, and I don't. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do this. And I'm going to put a 2 here. So I spent 2 coins, and I'm going to put a 2 in the middle here. Because I did these 2 realms. When you use that ability, it has to go in the non-used realm. So I have 1 and 5. 1, 5. Looks like a 3, but it's a 5. I'm going to go here and fill this star out. And then I will go, that's a 5, and I'll use the 1 over here. That will give me a coin. So that's 3 coins. All right, roll number 4. 1 and 3. I'm gonna do a 3 here. So that's 3, 5, 6. So 6 gives me a star. So I have a star there. So that was the 3. Now I need the 1. Let's do the 1 right there. All right, done. 3 and 5. Okay, we'll do the 3 here. So that'll give this a 4, which is a star. So now I have a 5. Let's do the 5 here. I'm terrible at sideways, sorry. But there's the 5. I don't have enough resources to do anything, so we roll again. 2 and 5. Okay, let's do a 2 here, which would be 3, 6. That's a star. So that's the 2, and then I'll do a 5 here. Done. All right. 3 and 6. All right, so I'm going to do the 6 here. That's going to give me 2 stars because I filled the hourglass. I get all the rewards, so that's 2 stars. Then for the 3, I already used the 3. I'll put the 3 here. That will give me a coin and a heart. Okay, done. And I don't have enough coins to do what I want to do, so I'm done. 3 and 3. All right, 3 and 3. Let's do this. I'll put a 3 here. That'll give me 2 more coins. And then I'll fill in this for the other 3. I'm going to get rid of 3 coins, and I'm going to make this our 4 coins. I'll use all my coins. Do this, that'll be 4, 6, 9, 10. That's another star. All right, done. Last roll. 2 and 6. 2, 6. All right, I'm going to put the 2 here because it can be a 1, 2, or a 3. I'll get 2 more stars. And then I will get a pumpkin and a heart. What's the heart? If you rolled a dice or a pair, gain a die of that value. They're not. Okay, I don't have enough to do anything else. So that was the 2. Now I have a 6. I'll just put it over here and put the 6 here. Nothing. All right, so that's the last roll. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out my score. So this one's going to score the lowest of the 2. I have 4 on both the other ones, so I'm going to get 4 for this one. I already figured those out, and I figured these out. So I have 12. I needed to score 12 and have 18 resources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 resources. I was struggling on the resources, but I had the points. So round 2, I got 12. Again, you fill it out on the sheet. And that's how you're going to go. You can stop playing whenever you want, or play through all the holes, whatever you want to do. In a multiplayer game, though, you're going to play 3 rounds. Someone's going to shuffle up their cards, and then they'll flip 3. Everybody picks the same 3. And then at the end of the 3rd round, whoever has the most points is the winner. The game's going to play exactly the same way. It's just there's not going to be any of these extra rules or goals. You're just trying to get the most points. And there's a few realms that I didn't show you. So I showed you 6 of them. There's these right here. So there's viticulture between 2 cities that are left. The society, wingspan, and my little scythe. I'll just give you a quick rundown. On my little scythe, you're going to pick a die. You're going to use it for one of these numbers. So if I put a 1 here, I'd get a heart. If I also put a 1 here, I'd get a pumpkin. But because I have matching pairs, I'd get a coin. That's how that works. And then if I can get 6 of each type of resource, for every 6, I get 2 stars. So if I can get 6 of all of them, I would get 6 stars. That's pretty nice. Viticulture, you can take a die and you can fill it into a grape. So say I rolled a 6, I could take that, get a pumpkin. Then on a future turn, I could take a die. So say I rolled this, I could take a die, add it to a grape I have here, and I could make some wine, score 2 stars. That's how that one works. Between 2 castles, you have to always put a number, a die that's higher on top of a lower one, lesser. So a high number on the bottom going up. When a complete row is full, you get a star. So when I have this full and this full, that would be a star, star, star. Each castle has 3 rows. And when you get all the way up, you also get the resources. Wingspan, you have to fill in a number on a bird from left to right. So I can put any number I want in here and collect the resources. If I get all the way to the right, I get a star. And if it's exactly this number, I get a bonus star. So each bird has a possibility of giving 2 stars. And then on the society, what you're trying to do is you're trying to put in numbers like this with always higher numbers on top to do this pattern to try to get a star. If you can do this pattern like this multiple times, I could get 3 stars for that. So you're trying to get cards that stack on top of each other to score stars. And that's all the cards in the game. And that is how you play Rolling Realms. Let's go to the top, see what you think about it. All right, well, that was Rolling Realms. So this is a roll and write. Everything that I showed you is how the game plays. Nothing secret to it, nothing more than that. You're just trying to figure out the best way to use the dice to score the most stars in each of the 3 realms that are available each round. And that's it. The solo game is pretty interesting. It plays the same as a multiplayer game, which is, I showed you a little bit. But you're just going to be playing through these different holes. So, each hole could have a different rule. It's going to have different, the 3 different realms that you're going to play. It's going to have a different win condition of what you're trying to do. That's it. But it's going to effectively be like you're playing a multiplayer game, but trying to beat your own high score, that kind of thing. I'm not going to go into production. What you saw is what it is, a marker, a pad, nice cards. But these dice are really cool, really fat, big dice that I like. They don't need to be that big, but it looks cool and I dig it. So I'm not going to belabor this point too much. This is a fun game. If you like roll and writes, you'll like this. If you have a lot of other Stonemaier games, some of these realms are going to feel familiar, which will be cool. Kind of, you know, make you want to bust out the big dogs and play those, take those for a ride after playing this. But it's a solid game. I don't necessarily think it's one that everybody needs to buy, but it was designed for something for people to do during the pandemic when they were locked in their house, and they published it as a big game, which I think is awesome. So yeah, if you get a chance to pick it up and you like rolling rights, definitely check it out. So that's Rolling Realms from Stonemaier Games. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.